It's Ear Candy with Troy, Monty and Tom on the Fox. Now, safe to say, we've all had moments where we wish we could turn back time, haven't we?
Yes.
And for some reason, I reckon, Tom, you've had a little more than others.
Yes, I have. A few years ago, I got a job as a sales rep in the hardware industry.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you. And basically, as a sales rep, I got these little cards, and each store I called on had a little card. For example, Bob's Hardware, and it had the date that the people before me as the sales rep had called, and it had the contact name and just a little comment they might have made. Anyway, so I got these cards, and on my very first day, I read the card, thought, all right, got the information I needed, walked into the Bob's Hardware and said, hi, can I please speak to Terry Knob, please? And the guy said, there's no Terry Knob that works here. And I said, are you sure? And he said, well, my name's Terry, but there's never been a Terry Knob that worked here. And I said, well, are you sure? And I pulled out my card and I said, because it clearly said, and that's when I realised that Terry was the name and Knob was a comment the guy had made about Terry.
Terry Knob.
Terry Knob. And his comment.
How'd you go at the next place when you walked in and you asked for Michael Hot Wife?
Yeah, not so good. But the guy calling on Bob's Hardware after me would have asked for Terry threw a punch at me.
Tom, I wish I could have turned back time. I went and played basketball over in America. That's right, yeah.
Oh, all right, I understand. When was this? When exactly was this, Troy?
Young strapping lad of 18, just following some hoop dreams. If you don't know,
top
biggie.
tosser again.
No big deal. But anyway, when you're over there, the deal is you get billeted out to families. So you stay with them.
The deal is...
Yeah, when I went over, I was in this family, and what they had done, because I was sort of the novelty, I was the Australian, like they'd just seen Crocodile Dundee, thought I'd have some stories. They invited all the neighbourhood over. So I'm there, and I've got an audience of like 30 people. And as I'm telling like where I'm from, getting asked all these questions, as I'm telling the stories, more people are coming in, and I sort of got into it. I had the audience.
Oh, yeah.
And I got into story mode, and I sat down, and as I sat down, I felt like I lost him a little bit. It looked like I didn't care as much anymore. And I kept talking, kept going on with it, and then eventually everyone sort of got up. I stood up myself, and as I stood up, I realised I had sat down in someone's wheelchair. The worst part of it is there were people that came in after I had initially sat down. So when I got up and walked off, they thought it was a miracle.
I'm more impressed you were so into your story you thought you'd just have a sit in the middle of it.
Sit down, lit up a pipe.
You should have stayed in the chair and just wheeled yourself into the kitchen. Just going to get a drink, guys.
No, so just go along with it for the rest of my life. That's all we're after, guys. If you want to give us a call and tell us about a moment where you wish you could turn back time, please give us a call on 13 10 60. You're with Ear Candy on the Fox. Ear Candy on the Fox. If I could turn back time.
Nice.
Well, if I could turn back time, I'd go back to before you started singing and turn your microphone off.
I think I might join you, actually. We are talking the topic of moments you've had where you wish you could turn back time. Pretty common in this day and age. We've got Darol on the line. Darol, when do you wish you could turn back time?
Oh, g'day, Tom, Monty, K, man. You guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah,
Here we go.
We're ready, Darol. Oh!
Yeah, I wish I could go back about 5 seconds there, boys. I do have a quick story for you.
Yeah, fire away.
I had a mate's party, backyard party, and he said, Glover, go. Oh, sorry, my name's Darol. Go out the front. Go out the front and get your guitar.
Just racking them up, Darol. Racking them up. Head down, Darol.
He said, could you go out the front and get your guitar, but don't let my new Jack Russell out. So as I was going out the gate, the Jack Russell's at my ankles, I quickly got out and I didn't let him out, boys, and I got to the car and I got my guitar out, and there was the Jack Russell at my feet, and I go, oh no, and it took off down the street. I had to jump under a bush and wrestled it out, and it was growling, trying to bite my head off.
You didn't put your fingers up its bum at all, did you?
Anyway, I've got it home.
I hope someone's listening that hasn't heard the last bit.
That would...
That Monty's a real creep.
If I could turn back time.
Sorry, Darol, continue.
Making no sense. Yeah, the flow of the story's going well. I chucked it. I chucked the dog over the fence, went back, got my guitar. When I came back into the party, there was 2 Jack Russells fighting each other.
The party don't start till I walk in. Don't